Hello everybody, Gabby Turner here, and we're going to be looking into their thoughts and feelings. We're going to be getting a thorough overlook of how they're thinking and feeling about you and the connection, and there will be an extended reading option for this video as well. So we have three options here. Option number one is this onyx carved raven. So it's a little raven carved out of onyx. Super cute. All right, so that's going to be the first option if you feel called to that. Option number two is this heart-shaped K2 stone. K2 is a mountain in Pakistan, and this gemstone is found at the foot of that mountain. It's a really interesting stone. And then the third option is this Picasso jasper. I think this stone is very interesting because depending on like which side you lay it on, the shape of it changes a lot. So it can look like a lot of different shapes. All right, so we have, the camera doesn't pick it up great, but this is the onyx carved raven. We have the K2 stone, and then we have the Picasso jasper. So go ahead and get in touch with your intuition, choose your option, and I'll see you at your reading. All right, welcome to everybody who chose option number one, this cute little carved raven. We're going to be seeing how your person is thinking and feeling. We'll also get some perceptions here about, how they're perceiving you and your feelings, because people are always making assumptions about what the other person is thinking and feeling. And so we'll kind of like see what they are assuming about you, but we're all, primarily focusing on what they're thinking and feeling, but that's going to be part of what they're thinking and feeling, right? So how do they see this connection so far? I felt called to start off with this oracle card for some reason, and I was feeling, let me move the camera a little bit. Even before I started, I was feeling like this is someone who they seem to compare themselves a lot to other people that you have either been involved with or other people that they know have pursued you or something like that. Like they know that you are someone who, I don't know, has gotten romantic attention from other people before, and I feel like they compare themselves to those people. I feel like this person thinks that they understand you better than maybe other people who have tried to pursue you. And I think that's how they're viewing it, as other people pursuing you, because you do come across to them as someone who is kind of very, a little bit of a lone wolf. You're very happy and content in your own energy. So I think that they view you as someone who, maybe doesn't get involved in relationships that quickly. You seem to be pretty content in your single life. But I feel like this person, it's almost like they feel like they understand that about you, or it's not even just that, but like I feel like they understand some core aspect of you, or they think they do, right? They feel, I'm not sure what it is. Like, what is it? They understand. I feel like they understand like just the magnitude of who you are. And maybe it's not even something that they could easily put into words, but I think they feel that, most people may just be getting a glimpse of it. They feel that they have a sense of a greater percentage of who you are, versus what other people are capable of perceiving. I don't know. It's like they think other people are viewing you in like 2 dimensions, but they're seeing you in like 4 dimensions. Just to use a metaphor to explain it. But like there is this sense of like, I get you, you know, like they're like, I get you. I know who you are. Without even having you, I mean, even with minimal contact, some of you have even had minimal contact with this person, but they just feel, regardless, that they see who you are at your core somehow. I feel like they think that they know what makes you tick. Okay, we have the stars, the Two of Wands, and Justice. I think for some of you, this could be someone who's more like admiring you from a distance, because it you know, the stars and the Justice, it's a very removed energy. And the Two of Wands is like a recognition of a shared interest or a shared passion. It's like when you feel drawn to someone and you get the sense that maybe they feel drawn to you as well, but not a whole lot has actually transpired here. There's not a lot that has actually transpired between the two of you. I feel like you seem like, you know, I mean, I hear this in readings sometimes, that this is what I'm getting. You seem a little bit like a celebrity or something to them, or something like that. There's that you feel real to this person, because like I said before, they feel like they understand who you are, like at a deep core level. So they see far beyond the facade, but I feel like they don't really have access to your life. Your lives are not, in a like physical way, your lives are not very entwined with each other. But maybe in a more spiritual way, and in a way definitely of like respect and admiration. This person really respects and admires you. I think you could also inspire them, because we have the stars coming up over this card that has someone creating art. You could be a sort of muse or an inspiration for this person, or it could go both ways. Maybe they're a muse and an inspiration for you. But it does feel a little bit like admiration from a distance. It's a very strong admiration, though. And I feel like this person also is viewing you as someone who really knows who they are. You know, they think that they know who you are, but they also feel like you come across as someone who's really solid. You know, you are not trying to be anybody else. You're just you, and that's enough. Like, you have this very strong core within you that keeps you kind of grounded and securely aligned with your own specific self and your own specific being. I'm going to kind of move these cards, though, because I don't like the background of the other cards to distract me too much. Okay, so they really admire you very much. They're definitely taking notice of you. And I feel like they think about you very deeply. Let's get it. And we have the Six of Cups. Yeah. King of Cups. I think that they really idealize you in a way. And part of what they idealize about you is that you remind them of something from their childhood. Maybe you remind them of a specific person from their childhood, but it's like what they thought a close personal romantic connection to someone, what they thought that could be, the potential of that, you know, like a very idealistic, innocent view of love that they had when they were a child. You seem to capture that somehow in adulthood, you know, And I think that somewhere along the line, this person has, just like most of us, they've gotten hurt along the way. And whatever that childlike, innocent view of love had been in the past, they lost touch with that. They lost touch with that a long time ago. And I think they came to a point where they just assumed that's not a type of love that I can actually experience. That is some sort of childlike storybook fantasy. It isn't the reality of how love actually works in adulthood. That's what they've come to decide. But I feel like you came into their life and changed that somehow. You did help them to think that type of love and that type of innocent bond could be something that they would experience as an adult. That it didn't have to just be like a storybook, impossible reality. But at the same time, I think that the way that they project a lot onto you, they may not realize it, but for the way that they see you, we've got 4 different major arcana cards. For one thing, you've had a tremendous impact on this person, but we have the Justice, the Empress, the Wheel, and the High Priestess. You're very noble to them, for one thing, is what I'm getting. You come across as someone who's quite noble and self-assured, someone who's quietly confident. They don't see you as someone who's trying to get a lot of attention. You're just a sort of pillar. You're a pillar of inner strength, and you're very self-contained. I'm trying to understand, because they really put you on a pedestal, but at the same time, there's a part of them that does see you as, they think that you are a fantasy, but you're a fantasy that they could step into in real life, You represent an ideal reality, but it's an ideal reality that they think could actually be experienced. You still are the ideal reality, though. And I think the reason why you're the ideal reality and why they think that they can still access you, ideal as you are, or, as perfect as you seem to be to them, is because they have some sort of awareness of your own unhappiness. I think they also have a sense, though, that you would force them to be their authentic self or something, And I get the sense that this is not something that's easy for this person. To be honest with the Star card, this person could be famous or something, or out of reach to most people. And because they're out of reach to most people, perhaps it's not easy for them to kind of let down their guard. And I think that with you, they know that you would kind of force that out of them or something. You would force them to take off their mask. You would not tolerate it if they were just being their public self and being their facade. That's what makes you seem real, is that you would force them into a real experience. Where it's hey, let's be real here, this is real life. Real life is just normal, it's I don't know, like today we're going to eat off of paper plates because I don't feel like doing the dishes, You're like, why are we pretending? You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I think also there's a very strong, like, serious quality to you that this person is inspired by. I think that, again, more major arcana, it's like you are like an archetype, or you're some sort of heroic figure to them in some way. Not necessarily a heroic in the sense of like an action movie type of hero, but heroic just in your ability to know what you're about in life, to know who you are, to know what you think is right in life, to do things the way that you know. I mean, I guess, I think in life we're always taught the rules. Like, this is right and this is wrong. We might grow up, if you grow up in a religious community or something, you're told what to believe. I feel like this person views you as someone who lives life according to some sort of strong moral outlook, but it's a moral outlook that you've come to understand by going within. It's your own ethics. You have a very strong ethical compass. And this person sees that in you. They see that you're someone who has high morals, but you've set your own rules. You're not living according to someone else's rules. You're living according to your rules. And you seem to be in touch with some sort of core truth or some core value system. And I feel like they're attracted to that core value system that you have. I have a feeling like this person grew up being taught a core value system of, I am your parent and I want life to be the way that I want it to be, and that's why these are the rules. These are the rules because these rules benefit me as your parent. I do feel like there are childhood issues with the person that you're watching this for, and one of those may specifically relate to their mother. But maybe one or both parents, I don't know. But I think they see you as someone who's not like that. You're not making rules based on, this is what benefits me. You're making rules based on like some core value of justice and doing what's right and what's ethical. They didn't grow up experiencing that. I think they were probably raised by a parent who felt entitled to everything being according to their needs. These are the rules because this is what makes mommy happy right now. And I think that this person always wanted to escape that. For some reason, I think that you are representing almost like, an aspect of their mother that they never had. And I know that sounds a little bit weird, like maybe we're getting a little bit Freudian here, but like the truth is people do often search for their parent in a romantic partner, in a sense, because we are looking for that love. The way that our parents loved us is the first experience we had of love. And I think that this person's first experience of love was from a mother who didn't really love them. It was from a mother who loved, life to serve her needs. And they see you as someone who loves in a way that, it doesn't mean that you're always like nice and giving and putting everyone else first, but you're fair. You're fair, and you treat people ethically. You treat people with justice. We do have the Empress card coming up here, which is the divine feminine and also like the divine mother archetype. I really feel like this person feels lost. They feel lost in their life in some way. Because they have this core wound within them regarding their own mother or parent, their childhood, as I mentioned, and it's never been quite healed. And I think that in their romantic life, they've usually encountered people who just think that they're over it. It's like they might get involved in a relationship with someone, and that person they're with maybe is aware of some of their childhood issues, but they're also just thinking like, oh, that was the past. You're over that now. Everything is good. But everything is not good, because that still affects them to this day. I think that their attraction to you is based on their childhood pain in a way, because you seem to be someone who is not afraid of looking at the truth of that level of pain. All right, so let's get a little bit more here about their feelings. Robin, dancing on my own. Yeah, again, like we saw before, like they really see you as being a very solo energy. I feel like this is how they see you. They see you as kind of like Robin dancing on my own. But maybe not with the sadness part of it that we see in this song. But somebody said you got a new friend. Does she love you better than I can? It's a big black sky over my town. I know where you're at. I bet she's around. Yeah, I know it's stupid. I just gotta see it for myself. I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. I'm right over here. Why can't you see me? I'm giving it my all, but I'm not the girl you're taking home. I keep dancing on my own. I feel like this person knows that you have experienced a lot of what you might perceive to be rejection. I don't think this person thinks that you've been rejected, though. They're aware that you've been involved in situations where, maybe someone chose the other person rather than choosing you. Yeah, even like right here, we have this person here. Here's, like represented by two cats, but like here are two people coming together in love, but like you're walking by keeping your head held high because you're not a part of that. You're not experiencing that coupledom. I think you're left out of a couple situation a lot. This person has observed that in you. Okay, and what are they wanting to say about that? I think that they're kind of angry. They've seen people treat you unfairly in your romantic life. And it's almost like they They want to stand up because they feel like romantically people have maybe led you on or confused you or used you. I think this person wants to stand up for you when it comes to this. Like, you shouldn't be left in the corner dancing on your own. That's what this person feels. They hate seeing that happen to you. They've seen it happen to you and they hate it. But I feel like they almost feel like, what can I do about it? Pile 1 doesn't deserve that. I should make it right somehow, but what can I do about it? Because I feel like you know, they know that you need tenderness and warmth, and they know that you deserve tenderness and warmth. But although they really care about you and they're very concerned with the fact that you've been hurt, they don't know how to necessarily approach you with tenderness and warmth. You know, they could approach you with like some sort of like logical, rational discussion or something, but it's not easy for this person to bring up those emotional things. Even though they're perceiving it, it's not easy for them to know how to talk about it or bring it up in a way that they feel is warm. And they think that you do need that warmth, you know, that you need someone to kind of let you in. You're out in the cold in a lot of ways, just doing things on your own. They want to rescue you from that experience of having to do things on your own and be out in the cold. I think they definitely fantasize about, you know, somehow rushing in, like the white knight, you know, a knight on a white horse or whatever that is, and being the person who helps you to understand what it's like to be truly loved. You seem to be this tower of self-sufficiency and this tower of like moral reckoning or something. You know, it's like you're Rapunzel, but you're Rapunzel who figured out how to get out of the tower on her own. You didn't need anyone else, but you were still abandoned. Like they are aware of some sense of abandonment that you've experienced. And they want to rescue you from that. Yeah, they want to be this source of warmth for you. And I don't even know that they necessarily want that much in return from it, you know, because they just feel that you seem to capture so much of what has been missing in their life just by being you. It's not, they don't want anything from you except the ability to provide warmth for someone who seems to embody this ideal state of being or something. So how do they think you are thinking and feeling about this? I feel like they think that you, even though you're someone who sets your own rules in life, when it comes to them, maybe you would consult with your family members, or you would be thinking about, well, what do my family members think of this person? And it's interesting because your family members might actually like this person, and that might make you less interested in them. That's what they think. Like, you would probably be less interested in me because your family actually would like me and because your family actually would accept me. because they do see you as someone who's carved your own path in life in such an individualistic way, that you have a natural tendency to kind of want to rebel against family. But they know that that your family would accept them. They know that your family would probably want them to be part of the family. And yet, they think for you that actually would be like unwelcome. You'd rather be involved with someone that the family wouldn't accept, is how they feel. And they do also feel like, like you're still keeping your options open. They view you, they don't necessarily think that you're looking at them specifically. They think that they might be one of the people that you're considering. But they do also view you as an extremely passionate person. And, when you love someone, it's with your heart and your soul. They know that you love someone very deeply. I don't know that they necessarily think that you're in love with them. But they know that you're someone who is an excellent lover. They see that in you somehow. I hope this is all making sense. I don't know. I feel like this person is trusting that if it's meant to be, then the opportunity will present itself for the two of you to come together. And they don't necessarily think that you would be ready for that right now anyway. You wouldn't necessarily be ready or open to being with them right now. And that's okay. They're okay with that. Because I feel like they think that you might still be in this Robin energy about someone else. Like they feel like you might still be coping with a heartbreak regarding a person other than them. And that doesn't bother them, because I feel like this person really respects your heart. And they know that when you are in love with someone, it's like a soul connection. It matters to the core of your very being when you're truly in love with someone. So that doesn't bother them. The fact that you're working through some sort of heartbreak and also that you seem to be someone who kind of finds it easier just to be self-reliant and to be on your own in a lot of ways. So I think that they're kind of like trusting the timing here, trusting the circumstances, The opportunity doesn't seem to be right now, but maybe it will be. All right. So we're going to go into the extended now. If you want to do that with me, we'll be looking at kind of like, what does this person ideally want with you? Like what kind of future do they want with you? What actions will they be taking, if any? What's the likely outcome between the two of you, regardless of what actions are taken? What's the likely outcome? And then we'll get a channeled message from them to you, where it's just me like speaking on their behalf and really channeling their truth if they were to speak their total and complete truth. I've been getting a lot of really interesting channeled messages lately in the readings when I've been doing those. So all of that will be in the extended reading. You can either purchase that through Gumroad, or if you sign up for my Patreon at any tier, you'll have access to all of the extended readings on this and other videos, as well as other pick a card and other content, depending on which, But the extended readings are available for all tiers on my Patreon. So anyway, the link for Patreon, or if you want to purchase just your extended reading and your extended reading only, that is available through Gumroad. And the purchasing links and details are in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I did. This was very interesting to read for. There's a really interesting connection going on here. And all right. All right, welcome to everybody who chose number 2, the beautiful K2 heart-shaped stone. So what is your person thinking and feeling? So first I've drawn some cards here. This is representing you, this is representing them, and the energy between. But all of these are sort of their perspective of it. So they're represented by the Moon card. I do feel that they are very emotionally invested. That's what the Moon card always tells me. I think that they're thinking and feeling about you a lot. And I think that there's probably a lot of worry here on their end about this connection. It's almost like a little bit like they're pining for you. I feel that they are pining for you, and they feel that there is, I don't know, something between the two of you. But in any case, I feel like they're not, they want to be closer to you than they currently are. They want a more secure bond with you. I think that the way that they see you, I think that they see you also like leaning into this connection, you know. They feel that you seem to be interested, but I don't think that they feel that you're much more lighthearted about it, and they're a lot more deep in their feelings. You're like, yeah, I'm attracted to you, you know, let's see where this goes. But they're like, okay, but I need more security than just let's see where this goes. You know, that's where they're coming from. I think that they feel that probably the two of you are invested enough that you're willing to put in effort here, you know, because every relationship requires work. It requires obligation and responsibility and effort. It's not easy to make a relationship work. I feel like they do think that both of you are mutually interested in that, mutually interested in making a relationship work. But you seem to be a little bit more, you know, like, whatever will be, will be. And they're like, no, I can't. I can't be okay with whatever will be, because if I don't have a strong sense of what the outcome is, then I don't feel emotionally safe and secure. So I think that's that person, this person that you're watching it for. Their primary concern is that they feel very deeply attached to you, and it brings up a lot of fear for them. Fear that they don't know if it's going to last. I think they do trust that the feelings are returned at some level, that there at the very least is a mutual interest here. Yeah. Okay, we have the Lover's card. Okay, the Hermit. This is interesting. It's so strange to me because it almost feels like, in a way, if this definitely failed between the two of you. Like, for example, if you went off and got involved with somebody else, and then the two of you were just buddies or something, and you would like reach out to them sometimes to talk, but it was obvious that you all couldn't be together because you were actually in another relationship. In a way, that would almost be easier for this person, because then they wouldn't have that constant fear of potential loss. I think more than anything, this person just wants to feel safe and secure that you're in their life. And having a relationship with you is scary. You being in a relationship with someone else, strangely enough, is less scary to them. That's so interesting, because we have the Hermit card in between. It's like they're happier if the two of you are single from each other, but still connected in a way. because I still see this as an energy of, even if you were in a relationship with someone else, they feel that you probably would still reach out to them, at least on like a friend level or something like that. And that would put them at ease. I kind of feel like they would rather have you as a friend and know that the romantic option was totally off the table. For instance, if you got into a relationship with someone else, than to actually have a relationship with you, because their fears give them such a hang up. It's certainly not because they don't have the romantic feelings for you. I feel like they really do. To be honest, I think that the ideal scenario for this person would be if you had your own relationship going on, and if they had their own relationship going on, and if the two of you were friends who could just enjoy each other's company. Yeah. I've never ever seen that before in a reading before, but that's what I'm getting here. They feel that that would be happiest for both of you. Tell us more about their feelings. Tell us about the Moon card. What are their feelings of love? Lizzo, truth hurts. Interesting. You tried to break my heart? Oh, that breaks my heart that you thought you ever had it. No, you ain't from the start. Hey, I'm glad you're back with your bitch. So maybe they do feel even there's a potential of you getting back with someone else. Or just getting involved with someone else. And it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy that would satisfy them, though. If it hasn't happened yet, that you've returned to a previous lover or that you've gotten with someone else, then it creates fear for them. But as soon as it actually does happen, it actually makes them feel okay again. Interesting. I mean, who would want to hide this? I will never, ever, ever, ever be your side chick. And they may feel, too, hidden. Yeah, with the Moon card. Maybe they do feel that that's part of the issue that brings them fear as well, is that perhaps you don't want to be public with them about a romantic relationship, but you would be okay with being public about a friendship with them. So that feels better because I don't think that they feel very respected if you're trying to hide them, a romantic relationship with them. I put the sing and single, ain't worried about a ring on my finger. So you can tell your friend, shoot your shot when you see him. It's okay. He already in my DMs. Why men great till they gotta be great? Don't text me, tell it straight to my face. Best friend set me down in the salon chair. Shampoo press, get you out of my hair. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, in this song, it's, Lizzo has sort of like, she's really feeling herself because she was rejected and because she's like come into her power through this process of being rejected, I guess. And that's kind of the energy here too. But it's like you're the person in the song who has rejected this person or who potentially could reject them. But you're also the best friend, I think, at the end, So it's like, yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's like they feel much more empowered if you are dating someone else because they feel that you would never openly date them anyway. And they would rather have an open, like public relationship with someone that they don't have to hide, rather than just this continued pain of being with you in a way that has to be hidden. Now, if you don't have a hidden relationship, or you never did, or there's no reason for you to hide it, I mean, then maybe this is not your reading. But this seems to be a situation where they're afraid of you not being willing to be public with the relationship. And so they would just rather not have a romantic relationship. Because if we're friends, then we can be public about our friendship. You know, I don't know what else to say. That's what I'm getting here. They do feel like you're showing up as the emperor here. They do feel like you kind of like pull a lot of the strings here in this connection. That you are someone who, also the King of Wands is showing up here. They see you as someone who kind of like is pretty assertive and in control in this connection. And you kind of generally get to have what you want when you want it. It is one of the things about you that they find attractive. They find it attractive that you are a very dynamic individual, that you are very confident and assertive. It is definitely something that they find very attractive of you. Because the fact that someone like that seems to be so interested in them, someone who is so in charge of their life, it makes them also feel very special. They feel special to be getting attention from you because they know that you like them. There's no doubt in their mind that you like them. It's just, are you going to let other people know how much you like me? That's what they're not sure about. And the thing is, too, like, they know that they're an asset in your life. So they have their own confidence, and I think that's why it hurts them more. Because this is a Lizzo, like this is a Lizzo personality. And it's like, you're going to try to, make someone with that type of personality feel that they are not good enough to be publicly known, to be involved with you? Or for people to know that you have feelings? Like, you can't hide this light under a bushel. Like, you all are showing up here as the King and Queen of Wands. You are a good match. Your confidence is equal. Both of you are equally confident to each other. In fact, in some ways, I actually think that the person you're watching this for is a bit more in touch with their confidence than you are, especially in terms of some sort of self-expression. This talks about, I put the sing and single. I feel like this even could be someone who is a singer or some sort of performer, artist, someone who's doing something where they're expressing themselves. So it's like, I'm this person who like pours my heart out openly. I have this beautiful open heart. Look at this Sun card and this Queen of Wands. And they're like, I can't live my life in the shadows like on the Moon card. That's not who I am. I'm not this person who's going to live my life, underwater. Just, it's like, I think that what's being projected on the Moon here, they're like, is that all that people get to know about us? People just get hints, that we are into each other or that we're involved with each other. That just doesn't fit with this person's personality and their zest for life and their need to openly express their heart. And you are, the King of Wands and the Emperor, don't, regardless of gender, because I know most of my viewers are actually women, but you're someone who's confident in terms of whatever you want out of life, you'll go for it and get it. Their confidence has more to do with, I want to let everyone see everything about me. I think that you do come across as a bit more strategic, at least from their perspective. They feel that you're a bit more strategic. And they do feel that you are trying to strategize to be with them. They feel that you want a relationship with them. They really do think that you want a relationship with them. But your approach to it is a bit cold and even a little bit possessive. You see this cup down here. This is a Queen of Swords. There's not even usually a cup on her card, but here there is a cup, but it's behind bars. It's, you know, it's like this cup of love is literally imprisoned. I feel like that's how this person feels like their heart is when it comes to you if you were in a relationship. It's like you would get what you want out of it, but it would be hidden, and they would be kind of trapped and imprisoned in a relationship with you that mostly benefits you because it just doesn't suit who they are as a human being. You know, and I feel like some of you watching this may not agree with their perspective on that. You may not see yourself as someone who's trying to do any of what I just said. And I'm not here to take sides because I'm, you know, this reading is about their thoughts and feelings. So this is what they're thinking and feeling. And this is how they're perceiving your actions and your behavior. From your end of it, you may actually think that your heart is very open and expressive as well, and that you have zero interest in hiding your attraction to them. I think that if that were the case, they would be very happy to have a romantic commitment with you. That would make them extremely happy. So let's get a little bit more here about how do they think that you feel. How do they think you feel and perceive and or just perceive this situation? How do they think you feel? George Michael, Faith. I love this song. Well, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. I know not everybody has got a body like you. But I got to think twice before I give my heart away. And I know all the games you play because I played them too. But I need some time off from that emotion. Time to pick my heart up off the floor. Oh, when that love comes down without devotion, well, it takes a strong man, baby, but I'm showing you the door because I got to have faith. I know you're asking me to stay. Please, please, please don't go away. You say I'm giving you the blues. There's that moon card. Maybe you mean every word you say. Can't help but think of yesterday. And another who tied me down to lover boy rules. Before this river becomes an ocean, before you throw my heart back on the floor, oh baby, I reconsider my foolish notion. Well, I need someone to hold me, but I'll wait for something more. Yes, I gotta have faith. So they do feel that, so this is how they're viewing your feelings for them. They think that you also believe that you're not getting what you are truly due out of this relationship or connection. That your expectations are not being met and that you don't want to be toyed around with. So they do understand that each of you has some hesitation about fully getting into a committed relationship because, I don't know, it just comes down to issues of like both of you kind of want to be respected. And they do also feel that you're holding your heart back. You know, it's not that they think you're trying to be cruel and doing that. They think that you have your own reasons, your own motivations to protect your heart. Yeah. I feel like they definitely think that, you know, maybe both of you are a little bit closed off right now because you're trying to avoid getting hurt. We have mute and mask. Yeah. I think this person struggles because there is a part of them that would want to go ahead and settle for this situation, even if it wasn't ideal. They would be like, okay, fine, let's be in a relationship and I'll be your secret, you know? There's a part of them that kind of does want to because their feelings are so strong. But at the same time, they feel like, you know, they're getting nothing from you. Like they feel that they're getting no truth from you. They're getting zero authenticity. You're blanking them out. We have shared tenderness. Yeah, they want that. Alchemy. This person is in love with you. A fearful world. I don't know. This person has a lot of fears, you know. I think they fear being loved by you because the two of you won't be able to experience your love in the way that they think is best. But they also fear not being loved by you. I think that really is why for them, like, friendship is the best option at this point, because at least you're still in their life. Like, even if you got into a relationship with someone else, that would hurt. It's not like they would be happy to see you with someone else per se, but they feel like it would be the solution in a sense because it would allow the two of you to still have a friendship. And they feel that, you know, with this alchemy card, it's like you've changed each other's lives. They feel like that both of you have been changed by each other. You know, you've shared laughter, you've shared tears. They've really, you know, you've really gotten close to each other, and they really don't want to lose that connection. All right, so if you want to watch the extended, it will be available if you want to purchase just your extended reading from this video. You can purchase that through Gumroad, and the link will be below. Or you can join my Patreon at any tier, and you'll get access to all of the extended readings for this and other videos, plus additional pick-a-cards, and other content depending on which level you're at. But you'll get the extended at any tier level. And in the extended, we're going to be asking, you know, like, what do they want? We've kind of already touched on that with you all, so I might throw something else extra in. I'll have to think about it. Where is this actually going, and what types of actions will this person take? So what is this person going to do? And regardless of what they do, what is the outcome likely to be? So what do your spirit guides see the future being like for the two of you? And we'll also get a channeled message from their heart to yours. Now, my channeled messages have been very just astounding lately, you know. Just so much truth being spilled. They're going to spill their guts in that channeled message. And I'll figure out something else to throw in there for you all in the extended reading. I just need to take a little break to figure it out. But yeah, use the links below if you'd like to access that. Like I said, you can purchase just your extended reading from this video via Gumroad, and that link is below, or join my Patreon at any tier, and you'll also get access to all of the extended readings there for this and other videos. I also have additional pick-a-cards in my Patreon that you would have access to So yeah, so you can get like a lot for your money. It's definitely the more economical choice, but everyone has a different, some people just want to make a one-time purchase and that's it. All right. So, all right. So I'll see you at the extended, or I'll see you at my next public video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped. Bye-bye. Welcome to everybody who chose option number 3, this cool little gray Picasso Jasper. So we're going to see, what is your person thinking and feeling? So we'll get a sense of their own thoughts and feelings, but also kind of like their perceptions of you, their perceptions of like what you seem to be thinking and feeling. Because I think most people do kind of like make assumptions about what they think the other person is feeling and all of that. So all right, so we'll get their thoughts and feelings and how they are assuming you to be thinking and feeling about them and this connection. We have a lot of cups cards here, so lots of emotions. And then after this reading, we will have an extended option, and the extended will be asking, what do they actually want from this connection? What actions will they be taking? What is the likely outcome for the two of you moving forward? And my favorite part is the channeled message from them to you, which will be them speaking their truth through this channeled message. Those are always very interesting. All right, so first let's start off here. What are they thinking and feeling? So they're viewing your energy as the Wheel of Fortune. Their own energy is the Five of Cups. And then the Seven of Cups reversed. All of these cards are reversed. I think that I almost feel like, they feel like you are kind of pulling away from them right now. And they're trying not to feel sad about it. I do feel that this person has felt very sad about the fact that you're pulling away. Or at least that's what it feels like to them, is that you're pulling away. And I think that they have, definitely cried over this. They've cried because they feel scared that they're losing you. To them, I think it almost seems imminent, It's not just that they're scared that they're going to lose you. I feel like they are almost just thinking that's definitely what's happening. I am losing pile 3. I feel like that's what their thought process is. I think that it is difficult for them because they couldn't imagine anyone else being the one other than you. You seem to fulfill that expectation for them of the one. And now that you seem to be leaving their life, they don't know what to do, They're trying to hold it together, basically, is what they are doing. They're just trying to hold it together. And it's hard for them to imagine even ever being with someone else or ever being in love with someone else. It's not, I feel like they feel that their one true chance at love is slipping away from them. And I think that they feel that it doesn't really bother you as much, Like they could even think that you already have a relationship that you're specifically moving on to, because, we have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles here, and then this person is represented by the Two of Wands. It's almost like they feel like they have to watch you move on and just get into like a settled relationship, like it's nothing, like what the two of us shared apparently didn't even matter. That's what they seem to be thinking. I think they would be shocked to know that you're watching a tarot reading for them. They would be shocked to know that you care enough. I wonder if you're losing interest. Yeah, I think it's beyond wonder, you know. They really are pretty convinced that you are losing interest. I am very practical about love. It feels safer. I do think that they're trying to keep their heart safe right now. So they are trying to maybe think about it in less of an emotional way, which is probably why those cup cards were reversed. They're trying to think of it more in logical, practical terms. You know, like, well, I'll be okay. I was okay before this. I'll be okay now. I can manage my life, you know. They're definitely, like, as I said before, trying to hold it together. I cannot support you. I can barely support myself. So, I mean, I guess, you know, they're trying to find the silver lining. And for them, the silver lining is, you know, like, I'm probably not ready to be in a relationship anyway. You know, I can't really provide you. It may or may not be financial support, but even emotional support, you know. I think that they're barely holding themselves together right now in some way. That could be that they're struggling financially. It could be they're struggling with their mental or emotional or physical health, or with some other area of their life, or multiple areas. But you know, I think that the way that they soothe themselves from the fact that they feel that you are pulling away is just to remind themselves, well, I'm probably not ready for a relationship anyway, so maybe it's for the best. You make me feel in ways I never knew were possible, and it's both exhilarating and terrifying. Yeah. I don't think that they ever thought they would meet the one. You know, there was a moment when I think they were on cloud 9 when it came to you, because they felt that they had finally found like their true love. You know, it made them want to leap with joy. But it was quite scary for them, because I do feel like, you know, this person is right. They probably are not really ready for a relationship right now. They're not ready for the, you know, all of the associated, you know, responsibilities and emotions and everything that goes along with that. I think this is someone who kind of gets overwhelmed pretty easily. Yeah, and there also seems to be, I feel like this person views the two of you as being at odds with each other. You know, like, you're represented by the Knight of Swords, they're represented by the Page of Swords. They do feel that there's something about your all's communication which is very abrupt or very demanding, or, you know, like, maybe you're just like, you know, expecting a very quick response from them, or something like that. They feel, I don't know, it's like they're trying to match your energy, but they're not really, they don't really communicate in the way that you do. You know, maybe you're very blunt and just very decisive about things. You don't like to hold back or bite your tongue. Whatever is on your mind, you like to say it, or at least that's how it feels to this person. And I think they're a little bit more reserved, you know. They're a little bit more of a listener than a speaker, is what I feel. But at the same time, they are feeling like the communication between the two of you just isn't working. And I think it's almost like they feel like, maybe, are you angry with me? They're afraid that you may be angry with them. But the communication seems to cause more anxiety, you know? It's like when you like someone and when you know that there's a mutual attraction, usually we want to talk to that person because we like interacting with them. But I feel like this person is like, okay, every time we have a conversation, instead of things getting more resolved, it feels like it becomes more anxious. And they just feel like, it's like you've packed your bags and you're just ready to go, you know? They kind of get that energy that from your communication, it makes it seem like, well, I'm just waiting for the next opportunity to get on out of here. And I don't know, as I said, I feel like this person is really just trying their best to cope with the situation. I think both of you are thinking about the future. Both of you are trying to figure out what the future holds. And I think you're both trying to be okay with it. There seems to be like an acceptance maybe on both sides that this could definitely be ending. And if so, I think both of you are interested in knowing, like, okay, well, if we do part ways, like, you know, what's going to happen with you? You know, you both are interested to know, like, how will your life go as you move on from me? And how will your life go as you move on from me? I think also what this person feels is that on your end, you could be coming across as very critical of them a lot as well. With the Knight of Swords and this Virgo card, they could feel that you're finding a lot of fault in them. And even though you may be speaking your truth, I think this person feels, you know, that they're trying to be their authentic self. They do see the value in changing, you know, so if you are criticizing them, or if they even just perceive that you're critical of certain aspects of themselves, it's not that they would necessarily disagree with you, because there are lots of things about themselves that they would want to change too. I think they just don't maybe appreciate your approach to your criticisms, or just your attitude seems very harsh and unloving. That doesn't mean that it is. You know, I do feel that this is a sensitive person, so they could be, you know, overreacting to what it is that you're presenting. But, you know, they heavily want to change. There are changes that they want to make, you know, of their own choice. Even if you weren't bringing up issues, they see themselves as someone who needs to change, and they're happy to change. They're happy to change, and they want to be with someone, I think, who appreciates them for who they are inherently, though. You know, like, what if I tried to change, but then I couldn't? You know, they want to be with someone who's going to love them regardless of whether they can make the changes that they do very much want to make and are very invested in making. But I think that they feel that the two of you have been have played a really important role in each other's lives. You know, they do feel some sort of strong bond with you. They feel like the two of you have gotten really close to each other, and, you know, you've become close, almost like family to each other. You know, and there's been so much happiness shared between the two of you. It's not all bad. It's definitely not all bad between the two of you. But they just feel like there is something amiss between the two of you now that causes a lot of anxiety, and that does make them think that you are probably losing interest. I think that they want to maintain a connection with you for sure. And they do want to make these changes, but they want to make these changes for themselves, not for you. I mean, they care about showing up for the relationship, and they know that the certain changes that you want them to make, or that they think you want them to make, would be good for their connection with you. You know, they know that it would make you happy, I guess is what I'm saying. But they want to know that if they make these changes, they're doing it for themselves. And I think that they are. You know, absolutely, they're doing it for themselves. I'm not really sure what the point is here of that, but that's what I'm picking up. I don't know, but I just get the sense that they're almost like preparing for you to ride off into the sunset with some new person. I feel like they really feel like you are probably going to move on and get involved in a relationship with someone else. And it's almost like, you know, they feel a little bit that's sort of cutthroat of you. I think they view it as a little bit selfish in a sense. But at the same time, they are thinking, well, you have to do what's best for you too. You know, we both do. We both have to do what's best for ourselves. I think that this person, because they do want to make these changes in their lives and in themselves, it could be related to their finances, maybe it's their physical health, something that they really are focused right now on self-improvement. And I think that they probably will be able to make those self-improvements much more easily if they are separate from you. And to be honest, it feels, I think this energy is just spirits, you know, your spirit guide's view of it. It seems like both of you have things that you're wanting to accomplish right now in your lives. And for both of you, it seems like the better option is probably for the two of you to not really be involved right now. On your end, we have Communicator and Aquarius. I think that you need to really be very people-oriented right now for some reason. Maybe that's just your personality, or it's just, you know, something that you're needing right now in order to achieve your own personal goals. But, you know, there's an energy of like needing to like associate with groups of people and, I don't know, for what purpose. I don't know, maybe just to see what is out there romantically, you know, to make sure that you really are looking at all of your options instead of just settling on one person. It seems to benefit you to be a very social person right now. So it's probably best not to focus so much on this person, or certainly not to focus on this person exclusively. I don't express my feelings very well, but that doesn't mean I don't have them. I miss you. Yeah, so this person does really miss you. And we're going to find out more about what they aren't expressing in the extended reading, because I am going to do like a really long channeled message where I'm really like speaking the words from them. I'm just the channel for them to speak directly to you in the channeling. But also in the extended, of course, we're just going to be asking, like, what do they want? We've gotten a little bit of an impression of that so far, so we might actually come up with a different question if there's nothing much more to say there, just so you get the benefit of the full extended experience. We'll also ask, what types of actions will this person be taking towards you or generally going forward, and what is the likely outcome between the two of you? So basically, where is this going? What does this person want? And then a channeled message from their heart to yours. And for the what do they want question, if we're not getting a lot of extra information there, I'll probably add something in like I did for group 2 about, kind of like how they view you as a person. Like, how would they describe you? What type of person do they think that you are? That was a very interesting moment in the extended message for group 2. So yeah, I think I'll probably just do that for you guys as well. If you want to purchase the extended reading, you can purchase just the extended video for your specific reading, group 3, via Gumroad. There will be a link below. Or if you join my Patreon at any tier, you'll get access to all of the extended readings for this. You'll also get other exclusive Patreon content as well. So you get more bang for your buck. It's the same price either way, but you get a lot more with the Patreon. It's just up to you. A lot of people prefer just to purchase through Gumroad. So think about what you would like to do for the extended. And if you're going to be there, I will see you at the extended. If not, I will see you at a future video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. See you soon.